it has a lot of data news around the globe in the financial markets. It has a convention in USA of cryptocurrency. It has a lot. I have also seen rumors on social media platforms saying that there are rumors that the president of United States of America, there are rumors, but I don't want to deal with the rumors. But let me first share something. What are you supposed to do when you see that your coins has been delisted? First and foremost, as the guest speaker is getting ready, I will not share the rumors. There are rumors about the president of United States of America. Apart from him getting out of the race, there are also some rumors. So there are two good browsers you could use that are very fast. There's the one called Arch Search. And those Android users, I gave you one called Carbon. Those that are using iOS phones, the Carbon browser doesn't work so well, simply because it works, but it doesn't work so well, simply because it is into a beta test. So let's get into here and we search for coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com, and it's a very faster browser if you're using Carbon, very fast. So this is CoinMarketCap. If your coin has been delisted, for example, MDX has been delisted, you just come and tap on MDX here. Then when you tap on MDX, you tap on markets so that you could find out which markets still have MDX, okay? So you tap on markets. If your coin has been delisted, I've had so many people inviting me on private calls to help. That's why I came here, so that I could help at once. Come markets and use this MDX on Get.io, all on MEXC. Download any of these two. By the way, on MEX is still at a very higher good price. So what you do, if you are having MDX, go to MEXC. If this price is current and still valid, go to your Binance account, tap on withdraw, then go to MEX exchange, tap on deposit, MDX, copy the wallet address, then you go to your Binance account and withdraw, transfer this coin to your MEX and sell or either keep it there. So that is what you can do currently. Like we have done for MDX. You can also do the same thing with these other coins like Polix and Donk. Donk has also been delisted by Binance. What you do, come on markets, look at centralized exchanges, okay? Someone is saying, do us an example, but me, I'm not trading one of these coins. So come here on markets. Also here, we have Donk. Donk is at a very good price in Get.io. I would recommend Get.io because it has an easy interface. I would do a video, but the other devices are off. So Get.io, so you can see it is already there. So go to Get.io, tap on deposit. Copy the wallet address of Donk. Look at the network very well. Then you go to the exchange in Binance and transfer your Donk tokens. Into that exchange. The other thing I would say, be alert in your business. Usually exchanges give close to over 2 weeks of ample time. So if you are here, I've said those who are still demanding me about Carbon, go to your Google Play Store, download Carbon, especially the Android users. The non-Android users, you will need it to use a beta test. This is a beta test version that I'm using. This browser pays you for using it. Okay. They pay you in a certain token. I think the token is not yet listed anywhere. Okay. The token is not yet listed anywhere, but go and use that to be able to survive. Okay. Go and use that to be able to survive. All right, friends, that's what I had for you. Make sure, yeah, the browser has crashed because I'm using iOS. If you are using, make sure you always come here in your royal queue. Come here in your royal queue. Those of you who are sleeping in your business, although we always remind you, come here in your royal queue and look for the coins that is going to be delisted. Imagine, from the 7th of this month to the 22nd, they have been warning you. From the 7th, they have been warning you. So here are the removal announcements. Lately, those have been, the last one was Render. Render is also going to be delisted today. Okay, Render is also going to be delisted today. I think it's the latest one. Okay, Render. The rest of your coins, I don't see any delisting yet, but read it through here on the removal notice. That said and done, allow me usher in and welcome our guest speaker, our presenter who is going to take us through the trading strategies. I'll make him the host. I advise you to note and also to trade well, one coin at a time. Okay. Okay. The browser for iOS that is very fast is called Arch or Arc Search. I don't know how you can call it. That is the browser. That's the browser. It's very fast, but for it, it's free. You don't get paid. The challenge with the other one for the Carbon, you need to pay. Okay, for the Carbon, you need to pay. Sorry, you don't need to pay, but you need a better version. You need a better version. So for iOS, this is a very faster browser. It's called Arch Search. For Android users, the version is called Carbon. It searches very fast. They will pay you in a certain token by using their browser for free. So you'll get paid. Allow me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a V4 by rank. That's a senior icon in the business. One of the fastest growing leaders in the crypto ambassadors community. He knows what to do. He has produced so many videos across the globe about you can be able to trade using the Royal Q robots to take you through how to trade using the signals we provide. God bless you and have a nice trading. Welcome, leader Sembatia Kuris.
Thank you very much for the warm welcome today's morning. I greet you all, crypto ambassadors across the world, wherever you are. My name is Sembatia Chris from Uganda. I am one of the leaders that you are working with in this very wonderful opportunity of cryptocurrency trading using artificial intelligence or using Royal Q. Yes, today is Monday, and Monday, it's always signals and presets. So this is where we learn how to enter our signals provided in our training groups using different strategies. Using different trading strategies. So you should always be flexible when it comes to our trainings, because most of the times we come with different strategies. So if you are not flexible, you may get confused in the process, because you may say, Last time they taught us this. And then today they are teaching us this. Now I'm confused what to do. All that you need to do, it is to be flexible. Be flexible in your mind. Whatever we bring, it is for the benefit of you. It is for the good of you. So you have to put it in your mind. So today we are going to talk about signal setting, using the start small and win big strategy. Start small and win big strategy. It's what I'm going to discuss today. So what matters a lot, it is the calculations. How you calculate, that's the matter. Because if you understand how to calculate, it is very easy for you to set the signal. This is the most easy strategy I have never seen. And yet it gives you profit on a daily basis. So straight away, I will not waste time. Let me share my screen. Hope my screen is seen. Is it visible? I continue. Share screen for more understanding. Is it visible? I continue. If it is visible, type 1. Type 1 in the chat if you can see it. Type 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, type 1 in the chat. Okay. What matters, it is the calculations. And the start small and win big strategy, it is aiming at people using smaller capital, and yet they want to make profits on a daily basis, even when the market is going down. So yeah, we are going to start with calculations. We shall start with it. We shall start with the calculations. We shall start with the calculations. Shall start with start small and win big strategy. So if you are using $50, 50 what? Dollars as your trading capital, divide this by 5. What is 5? 5 is the first buy-in amount. 5 is what? It is the first buy-in amount. If you divide 50 divided by 5, you are going to get 10. You will get 10. Now, 10 minus 1. Why are we removing this 1? 1, it is the first buy-in amount. It is the first time the robot will buy. So here we shall remain with 9. 9 becomes our margin call limit. 9 becomes our margin call limit. In other words, 9 becomes our number of margin calls. Meaning that you are going, if you are using $50 as your trading capital, you are going to set 1 coin. You are setting one what? 1 coin. In this 1 coin, the first buy-in amount is going to be $5. That is first buy-in amount. And the number of margin calls, it's going to be 9 margin calls. 9 margin calls. 9 what? 9 margin calls. So we go to another trading capital. We go to another trading capital. I'm done with $50. What matters, it is the calculations. What matters, it is the calculations. Now I'm going to another different trading capital. If you are using $100, divide this by 5. Divide this by 5. If you divide 100 divided by 5. 100 divided by 5, you get 20. I told you 5 is the first buy-in amount. Then get 20 minus 1 and it gives you 19. 19 becomes your margin call limit. It becomes the number of margin calls. Meaning that using the start small and win big strategy, if you are using $100 as your trading capital, you are going to trade one coin. You are going to trade one coin. One what? One coin. With $5 as first buy-in amount, with $5 as first buy-in amount, and 19 margin calls. And 19 margin calls. Are you getting the calculations? We go to another different trading capital. We go to another different trading capital. If you are using $200, trade one coin. Trade one coin. Get 200 divided by 5. 5 becomes your first buy-in amount. This is 200. It is 200. 200 divided by 5, you get 40. 40 minus 1, you get 39. That means using the start small and win big strategy, if you are trading with $200, you are going to use $5 as first buy-in amount. Then you use 39 margin calls. You are using 39 margin calls. Now, if you are using 39 margin calls, if you are using 39 margin calls, if you are using 39 margin calls, what is the strategy mode? Strategy mode. The strategy mode, it is going to be sub-bin. Sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Real-time settlement. I don't want you to get confused, because last time I was teaching you the super bull run strategy and the bull run strategy, where I was always talking about sub-bin mode. Sub-bin mode. By this time round, it is a start small and win big strategy, whereby this strategy allows you to make money even when the coin is into floating loss. That's why we are trading into sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. That is the strategy mode. If you are trading using the it is sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. It is sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. So let us go to another different trading capital. The issue here, I told you, it is understanding the calculations. It is understanding the calculations, because if you understand the calculations, you can calculate with whatever capital that you have. Let's say you have $500. Using $500, your first buying amount is going to be 50. It is going to be $50. That is your first buying amount. If you are using $500, if you are using $500, your first buying amount is going to be $50. Now, what have you remained with? You have remained with $450. Divide this by 5. Divide this by 5. Why are we dividing it by 5? We are dividing it by 5 because 5 becomes our second first buying amount. Our first buying amount is 50. After the robot buying the coin, I repeat the question. After the robot buying the coin, it means that the $50 on your $500 have already gone to the market. Now, if the $50 have gone to the market, come back to the trade settings of the coin, change from $50 to 5 what? To $5. This is your second first buy in amount. Now, 450 divided by 5, you are getting 90. Then 90 minus 1, you are getting 89 margin calls. 89 margin what? Margin calls. So if you are using $500 as your trading capital, your first buying amount is going to be $50. It is going to be $50. Now, after the robot buys the coin, it means that the $50 have already gone to the market after the robot buying the coin. There are some people who are very funny asking me that question. How do you know? How do you know that now the $50 have gone to the market? How do you know? Where do you see it from? If you set a coin and the robot buys the coin, it means that the first buying amount, the $50, have already gone to the market. The robot has used it to buy the coin. So come back to the trade setting and you change from $50 and you put 5. You put 5. So this is the reason as to why I'm dividing $450 divided by 5, because 5 is our first buy in amount. If you divide the 450 divided by 5, you are getting 90. 90 minus 1, you are getting 89, which is our margin calls. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. I don't understand where. Why minus 1? Why 50? Why minus 1? Why 50? Why do you subtract 1? I talked about it. I talked about it. Not understandable. Where are you when I'm teaching? Where are you when I'm teaching? If you have understood that, type 1 in the chat. I told you 1 is the first buy in amount. It is the first buy in amount. It is that one time. it is that one time the robot is buying, which we call the first buying amount. It is that one time the robot is buying. That's why I am removing that one. Minus one. It remains constant. It is one. It is one. Each and everything that you are going to do, it is one. One remains constant. The answer you get, remove one. Remove one, then it will give you the right margin calls you are supposed to use. So there are some things that people will not understand. Someone is asking me, since the robot has already bought the 50, then why again remove one from 90? I told you, one is the first buying amount. The first buying amount. It is that one time the robot is buying. The first, what we call the first buying amount. The name is the first buying amount. If they say you are the first in class, what do they mean? Please help this person to understand. If they say you are the first in class, what do they mean? If one says you are the first in class, what do they mean? If one says that you are the first in class, what do they mean? Which number is that if they say you are the first? Help this person understand. If they say you are the first in class, what number do they mean? When someone says you are the first in class, what number is that? Let me see people participating. If they say you are the first in class, what number do they mean? They mean number one. So the thing is very easy to understand. Of course, number one. If it is, of course, number one, then you remove the one. Remove the one from your calculations, because one is the first time the robot is buying. We are calling it first buy in amount. First means one. Remove that one. Maybe if you don't want to remove it, if you don't want to remove it, it is okay. But me, the strategy I'm teaching you, it says you remove the one to get the right margin calls. If you don't want to remove it, it is okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. $500. 500 what? Someone has talked about something here, but if you teach people a lot of things, if even this small thing has failed people to understand, now what about that one you are talking about? Because the thing is very simple. You are using $100, divide it by 5. If this one 5 is your first buying amount, then you are going to get 20. 20 minus 1. 1 is the first time the robot will buy, and you get 19 margin calls. You get 19 margin calls. 19 margin what? 19 margin calls. That is done and dusted. However, I don't want to teach people to be greedy. I don't want to teach people to be greedy. The more you open up more margin calls, the more safer you are. The more safer you are in the market. However, some people want to try a different strategy. They want to try a different strategy. Now, for those ones who have understood trading, because trading it is a personal decision. You can decide on what to do. However, we guide you through on how you can set. But people who have been in our trainings for a longer time, now you have knowledge of doing your own things. Someone talked of this $100. $100. You can decide to use 40%. You can decide to use 40% of your trading capital as first buy in amount. 40% of $100, it is 40. It is $40. This one becomes your first buy in amount. Now, 100 minus 40, you have remained with 60. $60. Divide this by 5. 5 becomes your second first buy in amount. If you divide 60, divided by 5, you are getting 12. Then 12 minus 1, you are getting 11 margin calls. You have used this one, $40. If the robot buys the coin, change from $40 and you put 5 so that the robot can buy the 11 margin calls. These 11 margin calls using $5 as first buy in amount. The $5 become your second first buy. In amount. Someone has talked about it in a comment section. In a comment what? In a comment section. This is where I've got it. So we are going into practicals. But practicals are very easy. This is the very easy strategy I've never seen. Very easy strategy I've never seen. Very easy to set and understand. Very easy. Very easy. Someone wants me to calculate for $50, $30. Of course, $30. If the calculations are very easy, $30. 30 what? $30. Get your $30. Divide it by 5. 5, your first buy in amount. 30 divided by 5. You are going to get 6. 6 minus 1, it becomes 5. 5 becomes your number of margin calls. 5 becomes your number of margin calls. That is it. You are going to trade one coin. Trade one coin using $5 as first buy in amount with 5 margin calls. I'm going to show you how you can set them in your Q application. But it is very easy to set. The calculations are the only ones confusing people. But are you getting the point? But the settings are very easy. So let me first go back to the comment section. I see, because this is very easy. The AI should be off. The AI, this one, the AI margin call should be off, because we want the robot to buy quick. Our margin calls. We want it to buy quick our margin calls. So the AI should be off. AI should be off. Now let's go to practicals for people to understand. Let's go to practicals for people to understand. Now, like, you are given a signal. You are given what? A signal, like this signal of bonk. Let me first get my pointer. Now, like, you are given this signal of bonk. What you are interested in this signal, it is the name of the coin given to you to trade. It is the name of the coin. Then take a profit. Take a profit. I told you this word TP. This word TP in EuroQ, it means whole opposition. Whole opposition. Take a profit ratio. Whole opposition. Take a profit ratio. That's what it means in EuroQ. And what you are interested in, it is the preset. It is the what? It is the preset. These two down here, ignore them. These two down here, ignore them. Ignore them if you are going to use the start small and win big strategy. The two down there, ignore them. Whenever you are given a signal and you want to use the start small and win big strategy, what you are interested from the coin, it is only three things. You are interested in the name of the coin or trading pair given to you in the signal to trade. And the other thing, it is the take a profit and the preset. Preset, it is a trigger price. It is a price you want your robot to start buying this coin. To start buying this coin. So come to your EuroQ. Come to your EuroQ. Open your EuroQ account. Make sure you search. Come here to the search engine. Type in the name Bonk. This is the coin. Click anywhere on this coin. Then come here and click on I understand. Or you click on this X to disappear. Come down here. You click on create. Then come and you click on martingale. Then you come and you click on create down here. Click on create. Come to this next down here. The next down here. Then come to trade setting. Come to trade setting. This is what we call first buy in amount. Let's say you are trading using $100. We said divide by 5. 5 is the first buy in amount, meaning that here you are going to put 5. Here you put 5. Then it is 100 divided by 5. You get 20. Oh, sorry. My point has disappeared. Don't know, these days it keeps on disturbing me. It is 100 divided by 5 and you get 20. So 20 minus 1, which is this. The one comes from the word first. The one comes from this word first. Because first means 1. So get 20. 20 minus 1 and you get 19. So 19 becomes your margin call limit. And here, this is our margin call limit. So here you are going to put 19. Put 19 there. AI, this, switch it off. Here, switch it off because we want the robot to buy quick our margin calls. Then this is whole position take a profit ratio. This in the signal, it is given as TP. This is it. This is it here. It is 3%. Then come here and you put 3%. Put 3%. Here, come and you put 0.1. 0.1. Then come here. You put 0.01 because we want our robot to buy. After buying the first call, then it will not take much time to buy another call. Even here, come and put 0.01. Then here, put it in one shot. Some people think that if you are trading with more margin calls, it should be in a cycle. No. It should be in one shot. Then come to margin configuration here, this side. So make sure here on margin call drop, the first is 0.2, 0.3, the second is 0.3, then here 0.4. The first and the second plus third is supposed to be 0.2, 0.3, and 0.4. Then the rest should be 0.5. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, then here 0.5. 0.5. Have you seen? So when you come to multiple buy-in ratio, all of this side, all of it, the 19 margin calls here are supposed to be one time throughout. Why? Because when the market drops by 0.2, the robot will buy one time. This is 1 times 5. Where is the 5 coming from? The 5 is our first buy in amount. So when you click on margin configuration, whenever the market is dropping, whenever the market is going down, the robot will multiply the first buy in amount. It will multiply the first buy in amount times the number you have put here. Meaning that it will be when the market drops by 0.2, the robot will buy one time, which is 1 times 5. Again, 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 1 times 5. So the robot will keep on adding in $5, $5 whenever the market drops down. That's why it is called multiple buy-in ratio. The robot multiplies as it buys. What does it multiply? It multiplies the number you have put here times your first buy-in in amount. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. You have understood that. type a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. The more you have more margin calls, the more safer you are in the market, the more safer. If I don't see where you put current price, if they have given you a signal of current price, they are telling you enter at that very price in the market. There is no need for you to put any price. There is no need for you to put any price if you are given a signal of current price. You don't put anything. You just finish the settings, save them, and activate the trade. Activate the trade. Simple as that, as eating rice, as eating millet. You don't chew, you just swallow. Hey, someone that is using $30, I think he can't use many margin calls. Many margin calls. How can you use many margin calls yet your trading capital does not support that? But people, what is wrong with us? I calculated for you 30 margin calls, $30 divided by 5. You are getting 6. 6 minus 1, you are getting 5 margin calls. You want to trade with 10 margin calls, yet your trading capital is only capable of opening up 5 margin calls or 3. Why you call it bull run strategy? Me, I've talked about start small and win big strategy. Why you call it bull run strategy? Me, the strategy, it is called start small and win big strategy. Have I talked about the bull run strategy? It is start small and win big strategy. Why are we told not to trade after 5 minutes? Can't we be added the extra time? No. Signals that they give you of current price are signals of pumping coins. Are signals of pumping what? Coins. If you fail to enter the coin within 5 minutes, you will find when the coin has already sold, and for you, you will be entering in a wrong time. You will be entering in a wrong time, which will lead you to go into floating loss. Which will lead you to go into floating loss. What is the meaning of time frame? Me, I'm not talking about these things that you have learned in the 730 training where Leader Julius is talking about trading view. I'm talking about signal setting. Where can I get these records? Because my network is very poor and I didn't follow most of the important explanation. Crypto Ambassadors channel. It is called Crypto Ambassadors. So people using $100, I think we are done with our settings. So after that, come here and you save. Come here and you save. Now, I need to talk about this for people to understand. There is what we call distributed take profit allocation. Distributed take profit allocation, if you click there, you have seen the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These calls, if the robot buys them, it will sell them at 1.3. Here you don't change anything. You don't change anything here. The robot will sell them at 1.3%. If the robot has bought them, it will sell them at 1.3%. That means these calls come out from the market very fast. They come out from the market very fast, which makes you to make profit even in floating loss. Even in what? in floating loss. Now, the first call, first, second, third, and fourth, these calls are sold at 3%. They are sold at 3%. They are sold at 3%. Or the first one, second, third, and fourth, all these calls are sold all together. They are sold together at a 3% take a profit. Now, from the fifth call down, they are sold at 1.3%. That means you are going to keep on making profit as the market is going down. As the market is going down, the robot is buying the margin calls. Then as it is coming back, the robot is selling at 1.3%, 1.3%, 1.3%, 1.3%. So you will keep on getting what we call sub sales. You will get sub sales. So after that, save. Click on save. Click on save. Then change the mode. Come here. Change the mode to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Change it to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Using the start small and win big strategy, people they confuse themselves from here. Someone is talking about the bull run strategy. I don't know where he has got the name, but me, I'm talking about the start small and win big strategy. Put it under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Enter the preset. Enter the preset. The preset is here, given in the signal 0.0000. Those zeros. Those what? Enter the preset here. Enter the price here. 0.0003. That one. You enter the preset. Then after entering the preset, click on activate. You click on activate, then you click on create. This is the most easy strategy I have never seen. Now, most people are very funny. You come and you switch off this. You come and you switch off margin call. When you switch off margin call, the robot will not buy any margin call. Using the start small and win big strategy, what should be off? It is only the AI margin call. AI margin call. It is what is supposed to be off. This one, don't switch it off. Leave it on so that the robot can buy the margin calls. Type a 2 in the chat if you have understood it. Type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat if you have understood it. Type a 2 in the chat. My friend has asked me, what happens if I increase the TP of the sub position? The more they take a profit, the longer you stay in the market. The more they take a profit, the longer you stay in the market. Talk about the sub-bin mode thing. I've talked about it. Coach, what about warehouse? Have I talked about warehouse in this mode? I haven't talked about warehouse. My brother, what is wrong with you? Me, I've talked about sub-bin. So someone that is using $30, I think he can't trade with more margin calls. Serious. Someone is saying that someone with more margin calls is not allowed. The same question which I've been answering. I don't understand, but still need more knowledge and understanding about the strategy. Kevin, maybe you are busy doing something else. You are busy doing something else as you are in our training. What happens if a trade plays around sub-bin position a number of times? What happens is the robot will keep on buying and selling. Buying and selling. Let's say the robot has bought, let's say, 11 margin calls. Then the market starts to go up and the robot sells from 11 and it sells up to, let's say, 8. Up to 8 margin calls. It sells the 10th call. Or you get it. It sells up to 8. And then if the market drops again, then it will buy also. It will buy and sell. 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 So if it will be playing in sub positions a number of times, the robot will keep on buying and selling, buying and selling. It can buy, and if the market rises, it sells. You can find it even also the market after selling, the market drops, it buys again. Then then it sells. It is as if it is in cycle mode, but it is in one shot. So that is what happens. Clarify on switching on and off. Me, I've talked about if you are using the start small and win big strategy. I don't want people to confuse yourselves. If you are using the start small and win big strategy, just take it in your mind. Have it in your mind. If I'm going to use these settings of start small and win big strategy, the AI margin call should be off. For you, if you want to put it on, put it on. Me, I've told you put it off. Period. If you are using the bull run strategies that we have been using, the AI should be on. The bull run strategies, the super bull run strategy, the bull run strategy, the super bull run strategy, bye poverty, those ones, the AI margin call should be on those strategies. But if you are using the start small and win big strategy, I don't know, obanza yogero obubi. Bobanga okozesa start small and win big strategy, the AI margin call should be off. Why are you switching it off? Because we want the robot to buy our margin calls very quick. That is it. Nothing else. How many margin calls should I use if I have $60? Didn't you understand the calculations? My bros, as I was calculating, I told you the thing is very simple. It is 60 divided by 5. 5 is your first buy-in amount. If you divide 60 by 5, what do you get? You are getting 12. 12 minus 1, that is 11 margin calls. The strategy is very simple to understand. 11 margin calls. 11 margin calls with $5 as first buy-in amount. Set 500 or 200 in royal queue to understand well. How about how about 1,000? People don't understand the calculations. Okay. Let me go and do another calculations for another different trading capital. If you are using $100, this can still be a way to go. You have an option. If you are using $100, $100, we said you can use 40%. However, it is a personal decision. It is a personal what? Decision. Hey, for those ones who understand it, you can use 40%. Close here, close here, close here, close here. It becomes 10 times 4, which is $40. Come here and you put $40. $40. Now, if you come here and you put $40, you have been using $100 minus 40. What have you remained with? You have remained with $60 on your digital bank of Binance. Divide this by 5. By 5. You are getting 12. 12 minus 1, you are getting 11 margin calls. Come here and you put 11. Come here and you put 11. These ones remain the same. This, they remain the same. And this, they remain the same. They are constant. 3%. 0.0 remain the same. Come here to margin configuration. Here, they remain the same. One time. Put here 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. The rest is 0.5. The rest up to down, it is 0.5. Save the settings. Save the what? The settings. So after saving the settings, change the mode to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. After changing to sub-bin mode real-time settlement, activate. Put in the preset. Put in the preset if it is given in the signal. Put in the preset if it is given in the signal. After putting in the preset, activate the trade. And you click on create. After clicking on create, the robot will buy the coin. After buying the coin, it means that the $40 you used as first buy in amount have already gone to the market. The $40 after the robot buying the coin, I repeat the statement, after the robot has bought the coin, it means that the $40 have already gone to the market. Now come back and you change from $40 to 5 what? To $5. So that the robot can buy these 11 margin calls using $5 as first buy in amount. Now, whenever the robot is buying these margin calls, this is 1 times 5. This $5 is being added to the $40 that went to the market. That went to the market. If it buys again here, it is being added to that one which went to the market at first. If it is if it buys again here, then it will go. So trading with margin calls gives you safety in the market. And again, what you should put in mind, it is not a must that the robot has to buy all the margin calls that you have set. It is not what? A must that the robot has to buy all the margin calls that you have set. However, setting the margin calls gives you safety in the market in case the market drops down. That's why we are trading with the margin calls. I repeat the statement. It doesn't mean that all of the 11 margin calls you have opened up, that the robot will buy them. No. It may or it may not buy them, depending on the movement of the market that of the coin that you are trading. Are you getting the point? So the robot, you can even set 11 margin calls and the robot will buy only 2 or 3. After buying the 3, then the market goes up and the robot sells because the market has gone up. Are you getting the point? So don't complain. Some people are very funny. I have set 19 margin calls, but the robot has only bought 3. And after buying the 3 coins, then I have seen, after buying the 3 margin calls, then the robot sold the coin. It didn't buy the other margin calls. Why? Tell me why? Why the robot didn't buy the other margin calls? Why? I set 10, but it only bought 3. Why? Tell me why? Yet I opened more margin calls. It's not a must that all of the margin calls that you have opened up that the robot will buy. No, it's not a must. However, trading with margin calls, it gives you safety in the market in case the market drops down. I have told you that you can even set 11 margin calls and the robot will only buy these 2. You can set 11 margin calls and the robot doesn't buy any. And then after setting, the market just goes up. The market just goes up and the robot sells without buying margin calls because the market has not dropped. Because the market has not what? Dropped. So that is another setting. Now let's go to $500. $500. I told you $500. Your first buying amount is 50. Come here and you put 50 as first buying amount. So meaning that it is 500 minus 50, which is 400. 450. It is 450. It is 450. Divide this by 5. 450. 450. Divide it by 5, which is giving us 90. 90 minus 1, it becomes 89. 89 margin call. So you come here and you put 89. 89 margin calls. Are you getting the point? Then this remains the same. This the same. This the same. This the same. And this one shot the same. Come and you click on margin configuration. All this side, it is one time. All this side, all up to down, it is one time. Then here on margin call drop, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. The next down there, it is 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, up to the last call, 0.5, 0.5. Come and you click on sure. After clicking on sure, save. Save. Change the mode to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Then put in the preset given and you click on activate. You click on create. So after the robot has bought the coin, it means the $50 have already gone to the market, then come back to trade setting, change it to 5. Change it to 5. However, I told you trading with more margin calls, it gives you safety because if you look at the percentage drop, it will be much. You will be safer in the market. However, a person trading with $500, you can as well say, instead of using 5, you can say, after using my $50 as first buying amount, after using my $50 as first buying amount, I remain with 450. Divide this by 10. 10 becomes your second first buying amount, which is 450 divided by 10. It gives you 45. It gives you 45. Sorry. Let me come back. It gives you, this is 400 divided by 10. It gives you 45 margin calls minus 1. It becomes 44. It becomes 44. 44 number of margin calls. 44 number of margin calls. Now, instead of putting here 80, 89, you come and you put here 44. 44 margin calls. Now, after the robot has bought, you have set, you have saved, you have put in your strategy mode, you have put in your preset, and you have activated the trade. If the robot buys the coin, it means the $50 have already gone to the market. Therefore, come back to the trade setting where there is 50, change and you put 10. Change and you put it 10. Then you save again. You save again. Meaning that whenever the robot is going to be buying the 44 margin calls, when you come to margin configuration here, whenever the robot is buying the 44 margin calls, it is going to be adding in $10. If the market drops by 0.2, this is one time, which is 1 times 10. 1 times 10. Again here, it is 1 times what? Times 10. Again here, it is 1 times 10. So 10 times 44 times. 10 times 44 times. 10 times 44 times. 10 times 44 times, which is 440. 440, which is okay. You have calculated your margin calls very well, and the money you have remained with very well, which is okay. You get it. So you trade with margin calls, it gives you safety, and you have allocated your trading capital very well. If you have understood that, type 3 in the chat. Type 3 in the chat. Type 3 in the chat. Signals are not the same. Can you please tell us how to execute this one? Because it does not have the preset. Someone asked the same question and I replied it. I told you, if the signal does not have the preset, you don't when you go to first preset in the amount, you don't put anything. You change the strategy. After changing the strategy mode to sub-bin mode real-time settlement, just click on activate. On preset, don't put anything. The robot will buy at current price. The robot will buy at current price. I've already talked about it. People asking the same questions. Do you want to be replied in your own way, individually? If someone asks the same question, then be listening to the answer. Because the answer is the same. The person asked me the same question. What about a coin with the current price? I talked about it. If they tell you that a coin is at current price, here don't put anything. Signal is that here don't put anything. Don't put any. Change the mode. After changing the mode, click on activate. The robot will buy at current price. Okay, if you are not very good at understanding, your mind is like me. You're not good at understanding. If they say this is the current price of the coin, this is what they call current price. That is the current price. If your mind is not good at understanding like a mind, come here, get this current price, put it here as preset. Put it here as preset. Get this current price. Put it here as preset. If the signal says current price, if you cannot understand what I have first told you, then do this. Get this current price here. Put it here as preset. That means if you click here, the price you are going to put here, it will be the price which is here. It will be the price which is here. If the coin says current price, then change the mode, click on activate. If you have understood that, type 2. Type 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 2 in the chat. If you have understood, type 2 in the chat. If for you are not good at taking things, if you say, me, I'm getting confused. I don't know. Someone is telling me to preset, yeah, another signal is telling me current price. I don't know what should be done. Me, I've told you, if the signal is of current price and you feel that you cannot understand the first procedure I've given you, this is the current price here. It is found here. That is what they call current price. Come and you put it here as preset price. As preset price. Change the mode, then click on activate. Click on activate. But if you are very sharp, these people, they say that you are eating the head of a hen and you ate the eyes of a fish and the brain of a fish. You are very sharp, very sharp. If the signal is saying at current price, here don't put anything. Just change the mode, then you click on activate. The robot will buy at current price. The robot will buy at current price. If you are sharp, you know what I've told you. If the signal is at current price, if the signal is at current price, here don't put anything. Just change the mode, then click on activate. The robot will buy this coin at current price. The robot will buy the coin at current price. But if you are not sharp, if you are not sharp, you know that I'm not sharp. I'm very good at forgetting what and what they have told me. This is the current price. Current price is found here. Get this price. Put it here as preset. As preset. Change the mode and you click on activate. Bana kizibu okutegeera. Kyetaagamu oluzungu lungi. Is it rocket science? I may be talking about rocket science when people don't know. This is not going to Mars. Someone is telling me, talk about use of grid boot, sir. Me, I've never used the grid boot. I don't know how it works. I am always using martingale. I don't know how it works. I'm using martingale. Change the mode to which mode? Banak. I have a suggestion and a question. Is that if the coin is very volatile and it's a signal as a preset price, can I first wait for it to buy and I turn on margin calls? Because if I open margin calls before activating, before activating the trade, it's what I won't use my first margin call. Is this person here? Then how will the robot use? You are talking about the second strategy that I've given you. Then how? Because the robot has to first buy before you come back and you change. For you, you want to change before the robot buys. Is that okay? Is that okay? I have talked about the robot first to buy it, that $50 to go in the market. Then after the $50 have gone to the market, come back immediately and change from 50 to $5. For you now, you want to change before the robot buys. Okay. My question is the Rob Show, is the Rob Show me number of margin calls when already start to use it in margin? What do you mean by Rob Show me? My question is the Rob Show me, the Rob Show me number of margin calls already started to use it on the market. I'm confused. I'm checking on number of margin calls, still 0. But already I put it on the market. Thanks. If the number of margin calls is 0, It means the robot has not bought any margin call. It has not bought any margin call. Please, let me show you my trade today. Let me show you my trade today. This is my trade today. Number of margin calls is 0. But I gave this coin 11 margin calls. I gave it 11 margin calls, but number of margin calls, it is showing me 0. What does it mean? Simple. It means the robot has not yet bought any margin call. It has not yet bought any margin call. That's why it is showing me 0. However, in my settings, I have 11 margin calls. So if it buys a call, then it will indicate here number of margin calls 1. If it indicates 1, it means it has so far bought 1 margin call. If it indicates 2, it means so far it has bought 2 margin calls. And if it buys the margin calls, the amount, the position amount, the money invested in a coin, it will increase. So I directed my robot to use $10. If it buys the first call, that means $10 have already gone to the what? To the market. Meaning that here you are going to see $1,010. I'm sorry to ask, how will I know that the robot has bought before I change? So you mean when you are into your Royal Queue application, you mean you don't know where you see your notifications that the robot has bought? Even here, you can see it from the order message that are showing that the robot has bought the coin that you have set. That is 1. Even when you set a coin here on strategy, then you come to running. If you see a coin that is in red color like this, it means the robot has already bought the coin. The robot has already what? Bought the coin. How will I know that the robot has bought? How do you realize that the first call amount has been used? The same question. I've given you the answer. Let me see. I think because questions are over and my teaching was very easy to understand. As long as you understand the calculations, people were asking these questions. I've come late to the training. That's the fact. But those ones who have been here with us, so you have understood some. Can I change the amount of money after the robot has bought a margin call? You can change. You can change the amount of money after the robot has bought the margin call. But remember, changing the amount of money also changes your trading capital amount. If you have calculated that using $5 as first buying amount, you have to open up maybe 45 margin calls. If you increase the number of the amount of money to 10, this reduces the number of margin calls. For example, this is understanding. For example, if you are using 450 divided by 5, you are getting 90, which is 90 minus 1. It becomes 89 margin calls. But if you decide to use 450 divided by 10, you get 45, which is 45 minus 45 minus 1. It gives you 44 margin calls. So if you are assuming to change the first buying amount, you should also change the number of margin calls. You should also change the number of what? Margin calls. Otherwise, if you don't change the number of margin calls and you use them and you leave them, you will get a notification in your Binance account giving you this. Because the money will be, the robot will give you this. It will give you this. Because you have not calculated your capital very well. Because you have not calculated your capital very well, the robot will give you this notification. Binance which has stopped margin calls due to insufficient balance on your exchange. Deposit to start more. The robot will give you this. Thanks for presenting, but mpola for slow learners, it's natural. Can you use the strategy? If you pick your own coin without signal, yes. Yes, and I made that video. How to apply the start small and win big strategy using the most dipping coin in your queue. If I increase the capital, then I change the first buying amount. When the robot has bought the margin call, if I increase the capital, then this one is not understood very well. If I increase the capital, then I change the first buying amount when the robot has bought margin calls. The robot has bought margin calls. Me, I've given you the answer. This is the beauty of the robot. We can edit manually to maximize profit. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. By the way, if you have capital, give it more capital when the market is dropping. Let it buy. When the market is rising, you are making money. If capital is more than $500, still the first buying amount is 50. No, it may not be 50. It depends on how you have understood the strategy. The calculations I have given you, you can still say, let's say you are using $1,000. You can still say, let me use 40% of my $1,000 as first buying amount. That is about $400 as first buying amount. Then you will remain with $600. 600, you can say, let me divide it by 5. 5 becomes your second first buying amount. Or you can say, let me divide it by 10. 10 becomes your second first buy in amount. Then you get the number of margin calls that you are going to use to trade that coin. You get the number of margin calls you will use to trade the coin. The settings remain the same. The other settings remain the same. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 down there. Then number of times, it is one time. Save, change the mode to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement, put in the preset price given. If you are trading a signal of preset, put in the preset price given. When the robot buys the coin, change the first buying amount to the other. So what can be done? If the robot sent, what can be done? Add on capital and open the margin calls. Add on capital and open the margin calls. Add on capital and open the margin calls. Add on capital and you reopen the margin calls. In most cases, when the robot gives you such kind of message, that one, it means this one it is switched off. This one, it is switched off. That one, you get it, it is switched off. So when you add money on your Binance account, if you add money on your Binance account, come back to this and you switch it on. If you receive that message saying insufficient funds, Binance has stopped margin calls due to insufficient exchange balance, the robot stops this. It switches off this. It switches off this. So when you add money on your Binance account, come back to the trade setting of that coin and you reopen this. Switch on the margin call. That is done and dusted. Me, I have talked about let's say, obviously, if you have 1 to 4 margin calls, it should be warehouse. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It works for people who are having more than 4 margin calls. More than 4 margin calls. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It works for people who have more than 4 margin calls. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It works for people who have more than 4 margin calls. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It works for people who have more than 4 margin calls. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It works for people who have more than 4 margin calls. Don't open 4 margin calls and you expect to trade in sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Done and dusted. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for being part of the training today. I hope you have learned something. Please assuming you see the signal late today. You have entered late in the training. You have entered late in the training. So you have entered late in the training. Don't enter the signal. Leave it and you wait for another one. Thank you very much for being part of the training today. It has been wonderful sharing with you. We love you so much, crypto ambassadors, wherever you are. Thank you for representing us in each and every country, wherever you are. So these trainings focus on people understanding and becoming independent. Becoming independent in the business so that you have that knowledge whereby you can have your own settings without leaning on anyone. One of the things that is going to make you successful in this business, it is being independent and don't lean on anyone. Don't lean on anyone. That's why we come to such kind of trainings to give you knowledge. Make sure that you become independent in the business that you are doing. So we love you so much. Thank you for representing us. Thank you for trusting in you and the leaders across the world. Together, we shall all succeed using Royal Q as a vehicle to success. May God bless you.